Brazil is concerned about a war between Guyana and Venezuela. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Brazilian President Lula da Silva voiced growing concern yesterday over a deepening border dispute between neighboring Guyana and Venezuela, warning against a war in South America. The Brazilian army said Wednesday it was reinforcing its presence in its northern border region. Tension over the Essequibo have soared since Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro's government held a controversial referendum Sunday in which 95% of voters supported declaring Venezuela the regional rightful owner according to official results. And on Tuesday, Venezuela proposed a bill to create a Venezuelan province in Essequibo and ordered the state oil company to issue license for extracting crude in the Guyana region. Guyana has governed Essequibo, which makes up more than two-thirds of its territory, for more than a century, but Venezuela is now claiming it and has been claiming it for decades. The row intensified after ExxonMobil discovered oil in Essequibo in 2015, helping give Guyana population 800,000 people, the world's biggest crude reserve per capita. And all of a sudden, Venezuela wants to take it over. Well, the US is not saying much, but they are already dispatching airplanes to fly over and observe the development. So we're calling on CARICOM to get a force of soldiers ready to help defend Guyana and prevent the Venezuelans from stealing the people's land. Jamaica needs to get the JDF prepared because that bullying must stop. The Kingston Western Police have increased operational activities in the downtown commercial district as part of measures to protect businesses and shoppers who are expected in high numbers as the festive season approaches. Senior Superintendent Michael Phipps said that the anti-crime initiative began on Monday and will continue until January 8. He said gang conflicts have been affecting the commercial district over the last several weeks, but expressed hope that the increased police presence will stem the violence. The two main gangs are usually the Shower Posse from Tivoli and Spanglers from West Kingston, and several shootings have been going on a daily basis, and the police have their hands full, as when these gangs shoot, they shoot into crowds, and this results in innocent people who have nothing to do with gang violence end up dead. They shoot women, they shoot men, and even the younger generation, and don't care if they are friend or foe. 3 of 6 Haitian nationals who entered the island illegally are in custody following a joint operation by the security forces in the 4th District in Leith Hall in St. Thomas sometime after 6 yesterday morning. The police said that the group comprises 3 women over the age of 28 and 3 children. The children, 2 boys and a girl ages 4, 5, and 11 years, are in custody of the Child Protection and Family Services agencies. Commanding Officer for St. Thomas, Police Superintendent Alison Byfield said that the women who have been living in Jamaica for about 2 years have expressed that they have no intention to return to Haiti. And in light of the detention of the Haitian nationals on Wednesday, founder of Freedom Imaginaries and international human rights attorney Marlene Alien is reiterating that due process must be granted regardless of migration status. Meanwhile, lawmen assigned to the Portmore police station arrested and charged 2 men after a report of gunfire at a racetrack in Caymanas, Portmore, St. Catherine on Monday. Charged are 63-year-old Wayne Binns, otherwise called Teacher, a horse trainer of Spanish Town, St. Catherine, and 22-year-old Tyrese Heslop, otherwise called Green Mango, a racehorse exercise rider of Newlands, Portmore, also in the parish. Binns has been charged with assault occasioning bodily harm and possession of a prohibited weapon, while Heslop has been charged with wounding with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and use of a prohibited weapon to commit a scheduled offense. And reports are that both men had an altercation, and the elder Binns, he used his gun and hit Heslop in the head. The 22-year-old Heslop grabbed the gun from Binns, took away the gun, and then shot him in the leg with it. Heslop was taken to jail and Binns was taken to hospital. And always remember rule number 1, never pull a gun unless you are going to fire. If you're going to hit something, use your fist, use a rock, piece of iron, piece of board, never draw a gun and try to use it to hit someone. That's not its purpose. The body of a man was found in Petersfield in Westmoreland yesterday morning. He has been identified as 33-year-old Dwayne Williams, otherwise called Monkey Man of Pullet Lane in the community. His upper body was discovered to have multiple stab and chop wounds, the police said. According to the police, Williams was last seen around 10:15 on Wednesday, and reports are that residents stumbled upon his body about 8:30 yesterday morning and summoned the police. The now deceased was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. A 5-month-old girl is dead while her mother is facing charges in a suspected case of infanticide. According to the St. James Police, the baby was allegedly thrown from the third story of a concrete residence in the Barrytown community on Wednesday evening. And it is further alleged that the child's parents were engaged in a heated argument where the father refused to discuss their relationship. And it was during this time that the child was allegedly thrown from the roof by her mother, who then went to the second floor to consume some bleach. She then jumped from the second floor of the building. Both mother and child were rushed to hospital where the baby was pronounced dead, and the mother will be facing several charges. Meanwhile, a man was shot and killed in an alleged confrontation with the police and a firearm seized in Little London in Westmoreland on Thursday. The identity of the deceased is not yet known. According to the police, the incident happened just after 1 o'clock yesterday, and his death comes just days after the police reassure citizens and business owners in Little London and Negril that they were ramping up assets in the space following a spate of robberies and murders. According to Hamilton, an illegal firearm was seized from the deceased person. The Independent Commission of Investigation has reportedly started to launch an investigation into this matter. On to sports, we're going to start with cricket. Taki High School, all the way from Jamaica, are celebrating this week with after their under-19 cricket team topped the 3-day Tampa U 2020 Cricket Championship in Tampa, Florida over the weekend. The final against an academy team from the University of South Florida was ruined by rain. However, Taki High were declared champions after winning all 3 league games to be the only unbeaten team. The St. Mary Bay School defeated the other Jamaican school, Excelsior High, as well as some local teams, Assassin and USF, at the league stage. On to football, the 15th champion will be crowned today as Hydel High and Mona High will face off in the Manning Cup final of the Urban Era Showpiece. Kickoff time is set for 6:15 p.m. this evening. And it's going to be a very stiff game, and no one can actually predict which team will win, as both teams have actually beat some big names such as Jamaica College, Kingston College, and St. George's. Meanwhile, in the current razor at the National Stadium, Jamaica College will battle St. Andrew Technical High in the Walker Cup, and that game begins at 3 p.m. And from this, I can predict that Jamaica College should win. However, both teams showed that they were still hungry and had identical 3-0 semifinal victory over Wolmer's Boys and Excelsior High respectively. And the last time these two teams met was at the National Stadium for last season's Manning Cup final, where JC won 8-7 on penalties after a 1-all draw in regulation time. Well, come tomorrow will be the Ben Francis final, where we will see McGrath and Frome. They will clash for that trophy. And after that, Glenmore and Clarendon College will clash in the DeCosta Cup finals. And this should be a revenge game for Clarendon College after they lost the Champions Cup in a penalty shootout last week to Glenmore. And don't forget that the best schoolboy sports takes place on this radio station. And if you ever miss the news on this station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamaican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.